What's up my peeps, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create this very glam look. First I'm starting with the Becca First Light Priming Filter Insta Complexion Refresher. Now going in with my current obsession, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I'm currently loving this foundation. The only thing is that I can't use it every day because it has such a matte formula and I do have dry patches. I wouldn't recommend this foundation for people who have dry skin, but for my oily people out there, this is a great foundation. It's full coverage, long lasting, and it keeps you shine free. I know the foundation looks a bit too light, but it does dry down a bit darker. A lot of people have been saying that the foundation oxidizes. I haven't had that happen to me. The only colors change that I see is when it dries down. Because this is a glam look, I'm going to be heavily contouring and highlighting. First I apply my concealer and then I apply my contour. While I'm blending out my contour, I'm letting my concealer dry. I learned this technique from Jackie Aina. She lets her concealer dry to give it the most coverage. This is a great technique. I don't let it dry all the way. I let it dry just till it's about tacky. Using the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, I'm going to be setting my foundation and baking underneath my eyes. This powder smells so good, it makes you just want to eat it. I'm just going to begin by blending out any fine lines just to prevent any creasing. Then with the same beauty blender, I'm going to apply my bake. I did do my eyebrows off camera real quick. Now we're going to go in with the Morphe 3502 palette. I'm going to begin with the shade Universal to set my eyelids. Shout out to my cousin Leslie. She did give me this for Christmas and I love it, girl. Thank you. Using a fluffy brush, I'm going to be taking the mixture of a Blaze and Spice and putting that on my crease. Start at the outer crease and blend forward. Go very slowly and build up the color. Use circular motion and windshield wiper motions. Now going in with the shade Muddy to define my crease. Make sure you tap out the excess because this is a dark shade. You do not want it to explode everywhere. With any dark shade, you just want to be very careful because it could go wrong so quick. I take very little color, deposit, and blend it in. I also like to wipe off my brush completely and just blend in any harsh lines that are between my colors. I did lose a little bit of the orange effect I was going for, so I'm going to take a little bit of a Blaze on my fluffy brush and put it right back in my crease. I'm wiping off whatever's left on the brush and going in and blending everything out. The trick to eyeshadow is to always keep blending. Now using a very small detail crease brush, I'm going to take the shade Wiz and place it right on the corner of my V. I begin by stippling on the color and then blending it up slowly. This is a black shade, so you just want to be very careful. Like I said, this little brush makes it easy just because it's so small and packed. Don't try to use a fluffy brush for this because it'll just become muddy. I'm picking up very little color and stamping it on where I want the most intensity. Now going in with the flat brush and some concealer, I will be cutting out my half cut crease. Start off at the inner corner and work your way back. Also, don't use so much concealer, have very little on your brush. Map it out and then you could go back in and fill in any spots where you need more concealer. For my lid, I will be taking the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. I'm so excited to use this. I did get this for Christmas. My boyfriend's sister got it for me for our Secret Santa. Shout out to Marissa. Thank you so much, girl. I love it. Using a flat brush, I will be picking up the color and stamping it right on top of that concealer. It is taking me a while to build up the color, but it is going on very smoothly. No chunks or anything like that. After applying the first layer, I will be spraying my brush and going in with another layer. Spraying the brush intensifies the color and makes it go on much smoother. It gives it a foiled look. Using a small crease brush, I am taking the shade Wiz and blending it into Trophy Wife. We want to avoid any harsh lines. Once you have blended the outer corner, take whatever is left on your brush and put it right in the crease where Trophy Wife ends and the next color begins. I will be applying some wing liner off the camera just to save this video some time. Next, I will be lining my waterline with the IT Cosmetics No-Tug Waterproof Gel Liner. Going in with the shade Wiz to smoke out my bottom lash line. I do like to go in with the flat square brush just to add a little bit precision when I'm using dark colors on my lower lash line. Now going with the shade Ablaze and putting that right underneath the black. To deepen up the contour, I am going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. As you can tell, I love this bronzer. I don't really use it to bronze, I use it more for contouring just because it is a cooler tone on my skin. So I'm just placing this bronzer right where I contoured. I'm using a very flat brush just to have more precision. To bring some warmth back into my face, I am using this bronzer by the Balm. This is the difference between bronzing and contouring. Contouring, you're adding shadow. Bronzing, you're bringing back warmth. I like to use my bronzer as a transition. Next, I'm going with my Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush. I like to take it on a fluffy brush and hit the apples on my cheek and work my way back. Because this is a loose powder, you want to go in very lightly. If you pick up too much, it can go everywhere, but you just have to be careful. For highlight, you guessed that I will be using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in Trophy Wife. This is a very pigmented highlighter, so you want to tap off the excess. I typically don't like to use a fan brush for highlight, but because this is so pigmented, I want to go in very lightly. The fan brush gives me the opportunity to slowly build up the glow. For the lips, I am going in with the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Exotic. I didn't want to go with the completely nude, but I didn't want to go with the extremely bold lip either. I feel Exotic gives me the best of both. Typically, I like to set my face with a matte setting spray, but because I used such a matte foundation, I want to add some moisture by using the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. So for some reason, I always forget to add my mascara and lashes before I do my finished look poses. But yeah, this is basically the complete look. Just add some lashes and some mascara and you'll be ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed creating this look. Please like and subscribe and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!